It's being accused that dozens and dozens of cruise ships are playing host to faulty, dangerous fire retardant panels on board these vessels. And well, we only know of really one ship that is guaranteed to have those, and that ship went through the unprecedented measure of changing those out. Well, now there's calls for lawfare on this faulty fire panel issue. Welcome to the Midships Minutes, everyone. People call me Captain Corey. Let's get into an article coming out from cruiselawnews.com, written by a maritime lawyer, Jim Walker. Insurers of dozens of cruise ships with potentially dangerous fire panels seek transparency, saying we demand the names of all ships equipped with Peroc panels. And Peroc, of course, is the company that is accused of being the installer, the fabricator of these panels that, well, they caused a big problem on MSC's new luxury cruise ship. That's the ship that kind of blew the lid off of this story. Speaking of blowing the lid off of things, you gotta blow the lid off of everything in here in the Midships Amazon store. It's everything I take with me every time I cruise, except for the McCafe latte. That's obviously not included in there. Check it out. There's a link in the description down below. The marine insurers for cruise ships, which may have the faulty fire-resistant Peroc panels, are demanding transparency that cruise lines and ship owners disclose which vessels contain the faulty panels, according to Lloyd's List, the London-based news website for the shipping industry, which recently published 2 articles focusing on the potentially dangerous Peroc fire-resistant panels. The articles address the uncertainty created by the relevant cruise line's failure to disclose the specific reasons why the fire-resistant panels failed certification, and the names of the dozens of cruise ships which are alleged to have these panels installed and are operating at sea with a potential fire hazard. Now, 2 or 3 weeks ago, I made a fairly energetic episode about these fire panels. A lot of y'all said, Corey, did you have to run to the bathroom? What was going on? Why were you so excited? Well, it's scary to think about a fire spreading on a ship at sea. It's one of, if not the most dangerous things that can happen on a ship. So that's why I continue to talk about this news story. It's a safety issue. And this article is going to go in and sort of explain things a little bit better here about what's going on with all of these Peroc panels. Let's get back into it. Cruise Law News has written several articles about the significant issues after Financial Times first reported the launch of MSC's newest ship, Explorer 1, was delayed because the luxury ship had been constructed with faulty fire-resistant panels. In the article published by Financial Times, they reported that dozens of cruise ships and other vessels had in fact been fitted with the fire-resistant materials manufactured by Finnish company Peroc, which is a division of U.S. corporate giant Owens Corning, based out of Ohio. Ohio shirt on today. Whoops, picked a bad day for that. Now, since the publishing of the initial few articles, Cruise Law News is reporting that they've seen MSC Cruise Line and their new brand Explorer Journeys downplaying the dangers of the failed certification of the panels. The manufacturer, supplier Peroc, and the shipyard Fincantieri or Fincantieri, depending on how you want to say it, have stayed relatively quiet, or mum, as the article puts it here, refusing to respond to inquiries regarding the names of the ships with defective materials on board. Meanwhile, CLIA, the Cruise Line International Association, touted the cruise industry as having the health and safety of its guests and crew as its highest priority, despite the fact that the public has been denied basic information regarding which cruise ships are currently sailing with potentially dangerous materials installed. Look, CLIA is an advocacy agency for the cruise industry. Obviously, they're going to put a positive spin on it. Jim Walker, maritime attorney, makes his money suing the cruise lines. He is obviously going to have a very different spin. And yes, it is a spin nonetheless. Both of these industries, both of these companies, these groups, these individuals, they're all going to want you to believe a certain way. They're all going to want you to buy into their method of understanding for the situation currently going on with the Peroc panels. Look, I don't have any skin in the game. The only skin I have in the game is the skin that could be burnt off in a fire if these panels are indeed installed on a ship and are indeed extremely, extremely faulty. Now, in the past, I've shown some videos of how these fire panels are tested with direct flame from a blowtorch, hitting them for 24 hours straight. Essentially, the material is supposed to turn darker in color, but not catch flame. Now, as this article is being written, we don't even know just how dangerous of an issue this is for these panels. They may still be able to resist fire for hours on end. Jim Walker doesn't know that. I don't know that, nor do you. The only people that know that are either the cruise lines, the cruise ship manufacturers, or Peroc. And like the article says, they're just really not saying a whole lot right now. Transparency is a good thing. I'm a big fan of it. Let's get back into the article. Following the delivery of the Explorer 1, Financial Times published a follow-up article on July 21st, reporting that the shipbuilder stated that it allegedly replaced Peroc's products with other insulation materials where possible, and doubled the insulation where necessary. Meanwhile, the ship owner-operator and shipyard have generated a media frenzy surrounding the new ship, which is now sailing on her initial itineraries. Travel writers are gushing about things like the elegance of the decor, while avoiding any mention of whether or not the faulty panels were all replaced. Now, there is one way that we may actually get some transparency on this, and this is by the insurance providers for these vessels, for these companies, demanding more transparency. That's what the article is about to get into. Lloyd's List reports that maritime insurers are continuing to seek the names of all ships fitted with the faulty panels and are demanding transparency as they assess how much the fallout will cost. Although it's possible that the replacement costs may be limited, the underwriters are obviously concerned with the possibility that dozens of ships will need to be recalled to have existing panels stripped out and replaced at considerable expense. The marine underwriters appear to be understandably nervous about being kept in the dark regarding the identity of specific vessels involved. And look, that is a very valid argument. And obviously for you as a cruiser, well, it's probably important to you as well that you know exactly what's going on with the ships you're sailing on, especially, well, you might want to be informed of any potential safety hazards with that vessel. Thanks for checking in on the Midships Minutes today. Make sure you get subscribed. The next episode is in 2 hours. We'll see you then.
La 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 la